Okay, this is your standard run from Friday. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I know I filmed you on Sunday because I remember it, but the videos aren't on my iPad, so I'm sorry about that. But I did film you on Friday, but I think you wanted just Saturday and Sunday, so you're going to get Friday and Saturday instead. I hope that's okay. So there you turn into a little bit, I talked on the other video I did about that. I'll talk about it when we go back through slow motion. That was hard there. That was a difficult getting them into the weaves there. She's definitely being a little naughty on her contacts. So I would really work on that when you do trial, because contacts are a really slippery slope. That was a nice rear cross. And that's a nice contact there. Oh, that was nice, Karen. There's some really nice parts of that. She's got a good start line stay. Okay, so I talk in the other video about this too, but you'll probably watch this one first, so I'll say it again. When you see she's going to go into the tunnel, just get over to the A-frame. Just make a beeline over there instead of continuing on with her and picking her up out of the tunnel, because you need that extra time. See how you kept going in and then you're going to pick her up? I would have, as soon as she went into the tunnel, just come more straight over here. It'll help, it'll save you, it'll get you up there a little bit. You look like you're kind of worried. I mean, you really make it a point to get her attention when she comes out of the tunnel, but the thing is the farther you're ahead and heading to the next obstacle, she's just going to come with you, and you won't have to worry about that. And then, if you had been just a little bit farther ahead when you tried to do this front cross, you might have actually gotten her to take care of that, or to do it right. But what you can do, if you can see that she's even with you, turn your shoulders into her now. You can keep moving forward, but bring up this outside arm, your left arm in this case, and you're already looking at her, but stare at her. Like, try to stare right at her face, okay? And because you could right now, you could be rotating into her, and you're still going forward. And now you're starting to cut in, and you're starting to do the rotation, but see, she's already decided she's going to jump off. So start turning into her soon, and say her contact word, whatever it is, and say it sternly, okay? We need to get a handle on these contacts, because dogs like this, it's such a slippery slope, those contacts. This was nice. So now here, you went in probably a little deeper than you needed to in here. So think about that a little bit. See, you're still kind of traveling in this way, and you probably really don't need to with her. I wouldn't say to like abruptly pull away or anything, but just have your path be kind of more up here instead of here. It'll give you like 1 or 2 steps ahead, farther down the line. And then on this part, okay, so she lands off this one. She takes 1 stride, 2 strides, a little check stride, 3, and then she lifts off. So somewhere in here, she needs to know that she's going to the weave poles and not straight, okay? And right now, let's watch you, okay? You're forward, forward, and if we go back and watch it in slow motion or regular time, you'll see that you're actually accelerating through here, because you're probably thinking about getting to the weave poles. But all the acceleration is going to do, when your shoulders and everything are forward, it's just going to drive her that way that much more. I'm not saying it's wrong to accelerate, that's fine, but you needed to give her a clue that she needed to make a turn. And so you're still forward, you don't even have your outside arm up. Everything is forward. There's nothing telling this dog that she's supposed to come here, okay? So, somewhere from the time she lands it, I would have probably done it right when she landed. I would have put my outside arm up and turned my shoulders into her a little bit. Keep moving forward because you have to get there. But I would have brought up that outside arm, and you were probably saying her name, but with the outside arm and the shoulders turned in, I think that would have been all she would have needed. Another thing is you're pretty close to the double, which is good, but because I had a similar thing with my dogs in Excellent. But if your path kind of sucks you in really close to these, then as your dog is like where you are right now and where your dog is, then you can pull this way instead of and you're pretty close, but instead of staying like this, and now there's really no change in your path. Well, there is, but it's not as dramatic as if you had sucked in here and then pulled away. Okay, so she never knew there was a turn, so she went to the contact. And I think you don't ever get the weaves on this one. You're not really letting her set up very good for it. You probably should have stepped back this way a little bit and let her had a shot at it. I think she came off because you were just really far behind and coming up on the teeter. That's something that sort of needs to be trained for, the handler being that far behind, because they will want to sort of pop off the side. On here, it's hard to see. It was impossible to film these runs because there was the standard runs, because we can only film from this one side, so I'm sorry you can't. Looks like there's a jump, and then the broad, and then you do a super nice rear cross here. It's just really nice, Karen. And then she does this contact. So I don't know what you did different. I don't know if you maybe sounded meaner. I don't know. But you need to do that on all the contacts. That was good. Really good.